Not all fasting is the same, and many people are using the wrong method for the wrong goal. The fasting protocol that extends lifespan by up to 35% in animal models doesn't appear to be the best fasting option for weight loss. And the method that actually beats caloric restriction for weight loss, almost nobody talks about it. Here's what the science says you should actually be doing based on your goal. I'm Dr. Julia Peterson, a PhD-trained biomedical scientist, and I go through hundreds of research papers every month to bring you the insights that actually matter for your health. In today's video, we're breaking down the best fasting strategies for 4 different goals: longevity, weight loss, brain health, and heart health. Let's start with longevity and what the current research suggests may work best. For longevity, the research points towards a combination of factors. Number 1, caloric restriction. This strategy is reducing calories by about 10 to 30% without causing malnutrition. This is one of the most consistently studied ways to extend lifespan in model organisms, with more mixed but still important evidence of benefit in non-human primates. But here's the key point: caloric restriction may not be the whole story. That brings us to the second strategy. Number 2, circadian-aligned fasting. This approach means you time your eating window to match your body's internal clock, and this is where the research gets really interesting. In one compelling mouse study, caloric restriction alone extended lifespan by about 10%. But when researchers added a structured fasting window, lifespan increased by about 20%. And when the fasting window aligned with the biological clock, which for mice is eating during the nighttime, lifespan increased even further for a total of roughly 35% longer life. So it wasn't just how much they ate, it was also when they ate. The extension of lifespan from caloric restriction with circadian-aligned fasting is partly attributed to reduced age-related inflammatory gene expression and changes in metabolism. So in simple terms, their bodies appeared less inflamed and more metabolically healthy with age. And this idea does not stop with just the mice. Intermittent time-restricted feeding appears to also help flies live longer, but only when the fasting window aligns with their internal biological clock. In that study, the flies fasted for 20 hours, starting about 6 hours after the lights turned on, and then returned to normal eating for 28 hours. And this timing seemed to matter because it triggered a powerful increase in autophagy during the night, the cell's cleanup and recycling system. So, the takeaway is not just that fasting may activate autophagy, it's that fasting appears to work best when it cooperates with the body's natural biological clock. And early human data points in the same direction. In one human study, people with obesity who followed an intermittent time-restricted eating schedule for 6 months showed higher autophagy activity compared to a control group. That matters because autophagy is shown to slow biological aging. When autophagy becomes less efficient, it has been linked to several age-related diseases. This study may suggest that an intermittent time-restricted feeding schedule for humans may help improve one of the core biological processes linked to aging. But circadian-aligned fasting is only one piece of the longevity puzzle. Researchers are also studying a more intensive approach, one that does not happen every day, but in short cycles across the year. That brings us to the third method for longevity. Number 3, periodic fasting mimicking diet. In a randomized clinical trial of 100 relatively healthy adults, researchers tested something called a fasting mimicking diet, which consisted of a 5-day plant-based eating pattern designed to make the body respond as if it were fasting while still providing some food. Participants did this once a month for 3 months. The study revealed that people on this diet had several markers linked to age-related diseases, including diabetes, heart disease, and cancer risk, improve after they went back to eating normally, and some of those benefits appeared to last for months. And here's the part that's really interesting. The people who started with higher disease risk markers often saw the biggest improvements. Researchers are also interested in whether fasting mimicking diets could help extend not just health span, but youth span, the years of life when the body stays youthful, healthy, and fully functional. But this is not something to overdo. Until longer studies are available, researchers suggest that healthy people with normal levels of disease risk markers limit fasting mimicking diet cycles to around 3 times per year. But longevity is only one reason people try fasting. For many people, the first goal is weight loss. And when researchers compare fasting strategies for weight loss, one method stands out. For weight loss, alternate day fasting may be one of the most effective fasting strategies studied so far. One of the largest network meta-analyses to date, covering 99 randomized clinical trials in around 6,500 adults, found it was the only intermittent fasting strategy with more weight loss compared to continuous calorie restriction. However, all intermittent fasting strategies did reduce body weight when compared to regular eating. Another large review found something similar. In that umbrella review, the strongest and most consistent results came from modified alternate day fasting, an approach where people eat maximum 40% of their usual calories every other day. Among the different intermittent fasting approaches studied, modified alternate day fasting had the greatest evidence for supporting weight loss in adults with obesity, suggesting it may be one of the most effective fasting strategies currently studied. So for weight loss, alternate day fasting and versions of it appear to have some of the strongest evidence. But what if your goal is brain health? Let's go there next. Intermittent fasting shows potential benefits for brain health and some brain-related disorders. But there is a need for more human evidence, and there is no clear evidence of short-term improvements in cognition for healthy people. Intermittent fasting comes in 3 main forms: time-restricted eating, which is eating within a 4 to 12 hour window per day, alternate day fasting, and the 5-2 method, which is 2 fasting days per week. Current studies on brain health often do not directly compare these strategies head-to-head, but here's what we do know. A clinical trial found that just 8 weeks of 5-2 fasting in older adults with insulin resistance measurably slowed brain aging on MRI scans and improved memory and executive function. Meanwhile, an animal study shows alternate day fasting boosts the expression of the longevity gene klotho in the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for processing short-term memories into long-term memories. While other researchers suggest that early time-restricted eating may work especially well because it aligns with the body's circadian insulin rhythm, helping improve insulin sensitivity in a way that could also support brain health. In mice, periodic fasting mimicking diets also show promise for brain health. They appear to support the growth of new brain cells in the hippocampus and may help improve cognitive function. So for brain health, the research is promising but still developing, especially when it comes to human studies. Now let's shift to another major reason people try fasting: heart health. When it comes to heart health, 2 intermittent fasting strategies stand out: modified alternate day fasting and time-restricted eating. Studies suggest these methods may help improve several cardiovascular risk factors, like blood pressure and body weight. Though, we still need longer, well-controlled studies comparing different intermittent fasting methods directly. That's the best way to know which approach works best for heart health, and whether these strategies are safe and sustainable over time. In general, intermittent fasting strategies sometimes show improvements across various heart health markers, including reductions in LDL cholesterol, bad cholesterol, and triglyceride production, alongside increases in HDL cholesterol, the protective cholesterol. Some research also suggests intermittent fasting can improve blood pressure and inflammation. So the big takeaway is this: fasting is not one single tool with one single effect. The type of fasting, the length of the fast, the person's age, their health status, and their goal all matter. A fasting strategy that may support weight management may not be the same one that best supports brain health, heart health, or longevity. That's why researchers argue that we need to match the type and duration of fasting to the specific goal, whether that goal is health span extension, disease prevention, disease treatment, or weight loss. Your age and health status are important factors too. In young and middle-aged rodents, fasting often appears protective, but in very old rodents, especially those already losing weight or becoming frail, fasting may have downsides. The goal is not to push the body as hard as possible. The goal is to find the fasting method that creates the right biological signal for the right person at the right time. And we still need more human research. Several fasting protocols look promising, but researchers emphasize that studies with larger and more diverse populations are needed, especially in healthy people, people with metabolic disorders, and those doing longer fasts for up to 72 hours without medical supervision. So, the most science-backed answer is not, everyone should fast this way. It's this. Fasting may be a powerful tool, but the best method depends on your goal, your biology, and how safely it can be done. So, what actually happens inside your body when you start fasting? In the next video, we'll walk through fasting hour by hour. Once you understand the timeline, the whole process starts to make a lot more sense. Class dismissed. Do you have any experience with fasting? Let us know in the comments. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more research-backed health insights and check out our website to see a full list of references.